welcome to Hunter Fuel, a supernatural rewatch podcast for adults who enjoy their show with a chaser. I'm Liz.
And I'm Lynn.
Thank you so much for joining us for season 3, episode 13, Ghostfacers. We model responsible drunkenness here. All participants are way over 21. No one is pregnant. No one will be driving, handling weapons, operating heavy machinery, or inviting dead people to our birthday parties. If you're playing along with us, those are the rules. If you decide not to follow them and you do something stupid, don't blame us. Lynn, what are you drinking this evening?
Now, it's very funny that I didn't even think about it when before we hit record, I was having some massive technical difficulties. The bleepies were not my mic was not working to save my
No,
life. And
blippies
as
were
you
not blipping.
blippies were not blipping. And as you just mentioned, we're on episode 13.
We are.
I didn't even think about that one. So, yeah, so needless to say, with all the work I just had to put into to get a damn microphone to work, I need this damn bourbon.
So, all right, we've got some hunter feel for you. Do you have a guess about what this week's featured cocktail is?
Oh, I have overanalyzed this probably a wee bit, way too
Okay.
much.
Well,
So,
well, give us one guess.
okay. If there is a cocktail called leap year,
That would be a very good guess because February 29th is Happy
or
Birthday
so
to
yeah,
you.
that was one of my other guesses was what was the birthday party.
It is the featured cocktail for this episode is a birthday cake martini.
So, yeah, that was one of my guesses was
That and that one is correct. It is 2 ounces of whipped cream flavored vodka, 1.5 ounces of amaretto, 1 ounce of white chocolate liqueur, 2 ounces of half and half. I'll be honest, I just used milk. And you take rainbow sprinkles and a little bit of honey, and you rim the glass with honey so that the sprinkles stick to the top. Put everything else in the shaker, shake it up with some ice, strain, and serve. Producer Mark, would you bring up our Stupornatural game cards for us, please? I think I am going to get a handful, but not in any particular pattern that is helpful.
I am with you on that.
All right. Well, if you're going to play along with us, there is a link to generate a card of your own in the link tree. So good luck to you. And as always, the first one is on the house. So go ahead and give yourself that center square and cheers.
Cheers.
I've never had to chew a shot before. I might be able to do some like some ASMR recordings with me chewing the sprinkles. It is. It is, unsurprisingly, it is pretty sweet, but it's not bad. It is not bad.
Very, very cool.
All right. So, with that, let's get this show on the road. Our then focuses, unsurprisingly, on Dean's 1-year demon contract and Sam's promise to try to save him. We also have quite a few clips from Hell House in season 1 when we met Spangler and Zedmore, who then had a website called Hellhound's Lair and were using paranormal investigation as a vehicle to get fame, money, and sex with girls.
and
Supernatural title card.
I am so much of a fan of these 2.
Big fan. I know. We're gonna try it. Lynn, try to rein yourself in. Our title card kind of fritzes for a second and cuts to these 2 these 2 gentlemen, and of course, we have,
Oh, go
Travis I'm sorry?
the air quotes one-handed. I'm like, "Oh my lord."
These These guys are fucking hilarious. I to me, I they everything they do cracks me up. So they're doing this masterpiece theater style intro. It is an unsolicited pilot for, and we've got a I'm going to pause it here. Because I don't want to lose sight of what we just saw. But we have Travis Wester and AJ Buckley back as Spangler and Zedmore. Um, and they've built themselves this masterpiece style, masterpiece theater style. Like the two of them are in suits, they're in wing chairs, they've got a fake brick wall and a fake fireplace between them, and they're just hamming it up. And so right
Oh,
off the bat, we have what I am going to call a meta moment
okay,
because I had mentioned at the end of Jus and Bello that with the writer's strike, there was a gap between that
right,
episode and this one airing, and they
right,
come out of that writer's strike with an episode that is a reality television based
yeah,
show, which is exactly what happened during the writer's strike is this proliferation of reality TV because they didn't have writers.
right.
Um, or at least not SAG writers, I'm sorry, Screenwriters Guild, SWG. So we've got the two of them, and they are being their most
Most
serious selves, and they're being absolutely ridiculous. Cut straight from the two of them into the opening titles for a hit play for Ghostfacers. And this theme song is by writer of this episode, Ben Edlund or Ed Benland. And this is he does the vocals. So this is his voice, him and Chris Leonards, who was the composer. So this whole thing is cut together and we and so the opening we just saw Dean flipping the bird. So the opening titles are all for Ghostfacers. Uh, and then we are in this pilot episode that the two of them have got together, and they got 2 of them.
The walk here just cracks me the fuck up. I'm like, nobody walks that way ever.
They're pretending to do slow motion, but they can't afford slow motion, so they're just walking that way, but cars are going past them at regular speed.
And the one guy almost falls over.
It's just it's hilarious. I love these 2 actors. Um,
Oh my
and
god.
so we start with, like, a confessional, and the 2 of them, we were lone wolves, but, lone wolves need other lone wolves.
Wolves.
So now they've got a team, and they have Maggie, who is, Spangler's, I'm sorry, Zedmore's adopted sister. That's going to be important to get right.
Yes,
We've also got Corbett, who is an intern, and
yes.
he's holding up a can of this French roast coffee. He's unpacking some provisions that he's gotten for the team. They've got this set up with, computers and, I'm gonna point out there's this
Yeah.
Coven poster behind them, which is not terribly interesting today, but it will be. It's a legitimate indie film. Lynn, I see you've paused it. Go ahead.
So I just wanna point out that because he does make the point of and I'll admit I can never keep these 2 straight. So, no offense to the actors, I can just never keep these 2 straight.
No
But
worries. Dumb and Dumber.
but yeah, pretty much, especially in my opinion. Um, but when he makes the point of pointing out saying because the one the one guy will say his sister, and he very quickly corrects him and says, "My
Adopted.
adopted sister." And if
Well, and
you
I'm sorry, I'm
and
gonna
they
interrupt you because right where you've paused it, it has Maggie Zedmore, research team, adopted.
adopted.
On the screen. There he's very serious about her being adopted, so okay, go ahead, Lynn, I'm sorry.
And then if you look at they very quickly pan to her,
Mhm.
and it's very clear that she's a little insulted by the fact that he points it out. Like, it's
I
like I mean, I hate to say it's obvious because she's clearly Asian and he's Caucasian. So, I mean, and not I can't shouldn't say it's obvious because one parent could be Asian and one parent could be Caucasian. But
true,
y
very
you
true.
but she kind of get at least the way I took that scene is she kinda gives him a dirty look like, "Dude, that was unnecessary."
I don't disagree with you, and there's some really interesting dynamics here. Um, so, as we're moving through and we can see they're in somebody's garage. There's like tools and lawn
Yeah.
equipment and things hanging up on the walls. And Maggie and Spangler have this very like sort of um I'm gonna call it like a brother-sister sort of like swatting fight, where like they're just like blah, and they're sort of like swatting at each other. So there's some really interesting dynamics here where they're doing a confessional with Maggie, and she's saying that Spangler and Zedmore, her brother, and and Spangler met at computer camp, and it was love at first geek, so, like, the 2 of them are very close, and she's the baby sister, and there's some very sort of interesting dynamics between the 3 of them that are gonna play out during the episode.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
but
gonna press play here. Wow, apparently that suddenly became a tongue twister. Don't ask me when.
Well, I'm actually gonna say before you hit play,
Okay.
we do have a meta moment to look for while we are paused. So let's
Which
see if either.
which I have.
Oh, good for you. That is fantastic. Grab that for yourself. Um, I do not have it. However, I can't
You
let
are
you drink alone. That would be
no,
so incredibly rude of me.
I was gonna say not an option. Mm, so
Choose
yum yum.
sprinkles. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
Lord.
Now we're gonna hit play,
Okay.
and we are coming off of Maggie, and now the other gentleman's name is Spruce. Spruce cut to a confessional of him. He's driving a one of the ball collectors at he's a ball collector at the golf course. And he's saying his great great grandfather was a degenerate gambler and he had a peyote addiction. Apparently, he was 15/16 Jewish and 1/16 Native American. So,
He's not a slight geek on that one. I'm sorry, but just the preciseness of that screams geek.
yeah, these folks are all a little special, and it's great that they've found one another. So they're talking about they have a case. They're heading to the Morton house. And Corbett, the intern, comes in with coffee for everyone, and he gives everybody coffee, but when he hands it to, Zed Moore, he's like, "You said you liked the French vanilla yesterday," so it's clear he's especially fond of Zed Moore.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh God, he's such a
confessional with
geek.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Confessional with, Spangler. He's in the car and Corbett walks by and, like, knocks on the window and interrupts him. It's adorable. So, confessional now with Corbett, and he's talking about how nice and beautiful and golden, Zed Moore's beard is. So he's clearly got a soft spot for him. It's very sweet. So they're going through this plan, and the garage door starts to
No.
open, and Papa
Oh.
Zedmore is trying to back his car into the garage. And, so now they are going on, February 29th, so it is leap year. They're calling it the leap year ghost, and they're looking to break into the house, and now the
Yeah.
research that they have done says no one has managed to stay until
Um,
midnight.
yeah.
So they're gonna be the first ones to stay to midnight, the first ones to
Yeah.
stay to midnight, they believe. There's this cute line where Maggie says something about a permit, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea for next time."
Time.
We hear the rumble of some American muscle,
Oh, yeah.
and, we're an American band by the Grand Funk Railroad. They get down and hide, and around the corner come Sam and Dean in the Impala, and Sam is holding a flashlight because the spotlights are no longer on the Impala.
And the reason the spotlights are most likely no longer on the Impala,
I'm gonna pause this. Go ahead, Link.
okay, is because Jared and Jensen were kind of notorious for being the pranksters on the set, and they like to have fun with the crew. So, like, they would intentionally, if the crew got too close, honk the horn or flash the lights or put the spotlight in their face. So when the head guy got tired of telling them to stop, they just started taking things off of Baby so that that way the boys couldn't have quite that much fun.
Yes. Anything that Jared or Jensen could use to annoy the crew got taken off of the car. So, um,
So, yeah, hence the flashlight.
yeah, so now Sam needs to use a flashlight, and many years from now, when the show wraps after season 15, Jared and Jensen will each receive one of the picture cars, so they will each get a baby, and they've commented the first thing that they had to do was, like, fix all the stuff that had been taken off, so they needed radios and all of those things. So, all right, I'm gonna hit play here, but we just passed this cute line where they were all hiding because they thought it was the cops, and then when they see it's Sam and Dean, they're like, "Never mind, it's just a couple of hicks. Let's go." Not cops, just hicks. All right.
Which is even funnier knowing that both Jared and Jensen are from Texas.
Yes, which is something that's gonna come up a little later too. So they're breaking into the house, and it's kind of a typical derelict house. The windows are
Yeah,
boarded up. There's some furniture in the house, but it's very sort of dusty and it's
yeah,
just been abandoned a long time. So they're setting up this command center,
yeah.
and the song that's playing here is "Hocus Pocus" by Focus. So it's kind of fun so again, conceptually, this is their video that they have edited together. So this is a song that they chose, for this. Excuse me. They're checking all of the cameras. And so from this point on, or really like the vast majority of this footage, the actors are filming themselves. So aside from these cameras that are being installed at the, in like corners of rooms around the house, most of the footage that we're seeing was in fact recorded by the actors themselves. Jared and Jensen have both commented about how it was kind of interesting in this episode. And Lynn, I see you've paused it. Um, that it was kind of freeing because they didn't have to worry about all the typical things where is your mark, where is the camera, where are your co-actors so that you're not blocking them from the camera, where is your light. You didn't have to do any of that because it was all kind of being filmed on the fly. Go
Mhm.
ahead, Lynn.
So, one of the things that they mentioned as one of the oops, and I've noticed it in about 3 times already in this scene, which is why I paused it and wanna bring it up because I actually paused it in just the right spot, Liz, for you to, I think, see what I'm looking at,
Okay.
is for an episode that is supposed to be filmed in the in the dark after midnight,
Yeah.
you can constantly see, and this is not the only occurrence of it, but you can constantly see the daylight through the windows. And you can see it in the I can clearly see it in the left-hand corner.
Yes. So here's the thing that's even more interesting. This is not a real house. This is the interior. This is a set. Like they built this on a stage.
So they could
So
have made that darker.
well, here's the thing. This was a deliberate choice by the production crew to do this. And it's interesting this is identified as an oops.
Yeah.
My personal perception on this is that it's like a full it's like every horror film you've ever seen has a full moon because they have to if it's pitch black, they can't see anything. So it's interesting that the folks responsible for identifying oopses have interpreted this as daylight. Thinking about oh goodness, the name of the episode is escaping me, but the one Hollywood Babylon. There
Yes.
it is. There again, like it's a set of a haunted house, and there's light coming through the windows.
Let us know in the comments which do you agree with the internet, or do
Yep.
you think that the internet is being too picky?
Let us know what you think. All right, we're gonna hit play.
Yes.
Um, so and again, this is kind of fun, and it's a little wiggly. They've got a ghost facers. They've got a cheer, and so at
Yeah.
this point now, Corbett has kind of a rig where he's got a camera, like, out on an arm pointed back at his own face. He's the only one with a rig like that.
Mhm.
Everyone else is either holding a handheld camera or they've got, like, a body cam facing out,
Yeah.
like, strapped to their heads or what have you. Um, so we're cutting around. They've broken into teams, and so Spangler is with Maggie, and they're walking around the second floor. They've got Spruce with them as well. And
Mhm.
we've got an electronics flicker here. We also have an EMF detector, and they start to say that the EMF readings are spiking and the camera's acting a little weird.
Yeah.
We've got to get this. And now this is a little, would you call this a door kick? This is a stretch.
Well, now I thought about this one
Yep.
because we've it doesn't mean here, let's pause this for a second.
Okay, yeah, because 'cause we've got a couple things we can look for.
Yeah, we've n it says a door kick. It is never said it has to successfully open the door. He does, in fact, kick the door. Like, that's not a stretch. That is a door kick. Now, is it a pathetic door kick?
Pitiful. It
It is
is
a pitiful door kick,
pitiful.
but the reality is he does kick the door. Like, I mean, he does.
He does, in fact. Okay, so while we have it paused then, we are looking for an EMF detector, an electronics flicker, a get this, and a
Holy,
door kick.
holy crap, I have all of them.
Oh, that is fantastic. I have a get this. Let's see here. I think I do. I have an EMF detector. Those might be the only two I have right now.
I say, now technically the square does say kick in a door because I am actually reading
Mm.
it. Because he doesn't kick it in. Like I am actually reading it now.
Yes, yeah, because the door is open at the time, and so he
Can we
does sort of tap it with his toe. Why is my camera all fuzzy today? Or is it my cocktail? There you go.
so are we gonna count? Because I'll admit I did not realize it was kick it in because I thought it
Kick in
was
door.
kick a door. So that
Kick
that would
door
that
is kick in. So I don't have one, so I have no dog in this race. I would say if we say it is a door kick, we acknowledge that it is a stretch.
well then you know what? Because it does say kick in, and they didn't.
Okay.
He clearly doesn't kick it in. So I am taking that square off because that is
Okay.
the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
Okay, so we are saying no door kick, but we
No,
do have others. So I have two that
I
I am
have
gonna
3
celebrate.
I have all the other ones.
Okay.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
And that actually gives me 3 in a row. Now granted,
Oh, that's fantastic.
wow, I can tell it's been a long Monday. And no, I'm
It
not
has been a
and
very
it
Monday.
yeah, because I just read one of the my squares as Sam and Dean have sex.
Oh, no, we've been very clear. It is Sam or
Oh,
Dean have sex.
yes.
Not Sam and
And
Dean, Sam or. They're brothers, don't be weird.
no, that's why I'm like, "Holy crap, it really has been a long Monday," if that's how I'm reading that square.
Alright, so here's the entertaining part, just we're gonna hit play here,
Yeah.
is, so as the door was coming open, Spangler saw a dead rat and he ran away screaming in terror. So this was something that director Phil Segresha didn't tell the actor was going to be there. That in one of these confessionals, that he says rats are like the rats of the world. He in one of the confessionals he didn't like rats, so Phil Segresha put it in there as like a prank. Um, and so this is, improv'd, by Travis Wester. Okay, so we're hitting play,
Rats are like the
and
rats of the world. That is probably one of the dumber lines.
I love it so much. So the next thing we hear is two, deep voices identifying themselves as the cops, asking for ID. They've got flashlights in people's faces, and of course, it's Sam and Dean.
Pathetically, the more bourbon I have, the funnier that's gonna get.
I'm just waiting till I smile and I've got all the sprinkles stuck in my teeth.